I get an amen, baby. Hell yeah, brother.
It's another day working on the tow truck. It's a lot nicer today. It's about 70 degrees out. Today we're going to concentrate on getting the Vibralock O-rings in the feed lines. I've managed to find a local shop that sells them for $5 for all 5 of them. $1 a piece, can't beat that. The Dorman ones that aren't even the right size, that's like 16 to 32 depending where you buy it. So got to work backwards a little bit. We're going to take off the filter to the pump line. We're going to take off the return line, that's all steel, and we're going to put a new pump on with that return line, or feed line I should say. So 5 total rings need to be changed, a fuel lift pump needs to be changed, and I think that's it. So let's get after it. We're going to start with the injector return line. It's a 3/4 inch wrench here, 3/4 inch wrench there, 11/16 on that T back there, and these are going to be a pain in the butt. These did not want to come out before, that's why I just reinstalled them. But I know they got to be a problem. So I mean, you can just see how ugly and cracked they are. I'll try to get them out, but I think they're going to come out in pieces. Got one off. This is the one that's all the way back. Check that out. See that stripe? I'm almost certain this was just fuel line at some point in its life. You can see all the cracks. Maybe you can't, but I'm hoping you can. So I have heard of a lot of people using, especially old timers, using just fuel line. It does work. That's what it's designed to do. It just compresses, but this is rock hard. That's really not what you want to see. So the other side here, the one that goes up to the injector, was so rock hard I just ended up taking a little butane torch, heating it up, and then picking it out. It was all cracked up. I have no idea the condition, but I'm gonna say like a 1 out of 10. So I'll get these new seals on and I'll show you what that looks like. This line here is the filter to center injection pump, and I tried cleaning these ones up with a razor and it didn't turn out too bad, but I think they're just not thick enough, so I think I'm not getting my compression that I need. You can see I just took a couple cuts at it. It had a lip on it, a raised lip, so maybe if I put another O-ring in right here, maybe I could have got it to work, but at $1 a piece, I'm just gonna throw these on. Here's a good thickness comparison. It's probably a third thicker, this one right here. So this one's probably close to 3/8 of an inch. This one's probably only 1/4 of an inch. Perhaps this one's a little less, but yeah, I think that's what we're dealing with on this. So I'm gonna get the rest of the O-rings on and put on the lines. Okay, fuel lines went back on, and I really like how these tightened up. I could feel the O-ring compressing way earlier. Before I could pretty much spin it almost all the way tight by hand, and it was just a few turns of the wrench. That's how I knew once I put them on. I was like, yeah, these got to just be done. I got to take them back off. So I have one more right here. I believe the one in the bottom is a flare fitting, and I do have a new pump I'm putting on. So in order to put the new pump on, I got to pull this air vacuum pump off. So looks like this bolt here should have that whole bracket come right off, and then I'll be able to clean up the area where the fuel pump is and take it off. You probably don't need to take this off, but I'm doing all this work. I want to keep everything clean, so I'm just gonna continue with this process. Here's another look at the O-rings, how they're coming out on my truck. So they are rock hard, cannot get them to move. They have quite the lip right here. Back end doesn't look good, but I took this off. See, there's no fuel dripped out of there. So that pretty much means that air is able to just let it return right to the fuel line, or to the fuel tank. And I plugged this off here at the fuel pump. So either it's leaking out of the fuel pump at the bottom, or it's feeding all the way back to the tank, but there should be fuel coming out of here, absolutely. So I'm just gonna take a razor blade, cut that off, put the new seal on. Here's a little tip from back when I built hydraulic cylinders. This one had a much more pronounced lip on it that could cut the seal, so put just a couple wraps, like 2 wraps of electrical tape. Blue tape also works really good. And then you can either use grease, ATF, probably even use motor oil, but you want to use something that's really slippery, has a lot of detergents in it. Just put that on, and now the O-ring will slide right over and it won't get cut. So with the fuel lines on, fuel system should be prime time, ready to roll. I have all new fuel lines from this bulb here all the way through the system till the back of the T. So unless the back of the T is leaking or somewhere on the way back, but this bulb is already getting rock hard, leaving out very, very little now. So I think we've done something here. I want to clean up all the grounds, and I want to put good positive cables on here. So that's what I'm going to work on next. Cleaning up the electrical connections, pretty boring stuff. So this cable is a poorly made cable. I don't trust these crimps very well. This one's at least better than some of the others I've seen. But where these go together can't handle nearly the amperage as a soldered connection. We have the ground that goes down to the block right there, so I'm going to take that off. There's oil and stuff down there, so I'm going to clean that up with my little die grinder. These are the kind of ends that I'm talking about that are absolutely worthless. They cannot handle the amperage required for this truck. So I'm going to get a positive cable that feeds both batteries and feeds the starter, and I'm going to clean up the ground, and we will see what that gets us. I'm going to do that all off camera though. It's boring, easy stuff. Anybody can do it. Clean out this check valve here, 3/4 inch wrench. Five-eighths for the 90. Nine sixteenths for the check valve. Just cleaning up my wrench. I don't want to have any dirt in there. There you have it. Get all that dirt, grime, and gook. All I do is put a little pick in here and get that ball moving, and then just back and forth with brake cleaner, carb cleaner, starter fluid, whatever, just back and forth. And you'll see all the little chunks, whether it's rubber chunks or dirty diesel chunks or sand, whatever, but this needs to be cleaned. See, you can't see through it. All right, I'll get it cleaned and show you what it's supposed to look like. These are all the chunks that came out. Every single little bit on this blue towel is from that check valve. So you can see all these little, I don't know if they're varnish chunks or what, but they look like a dirty gas carburetor. Now that we're out in the light, you can see world of difference. You can see right through that thing. Both sides. Ton of crap came out of this. So now to install it, you just put this in there. Put the elbow on, put the fuel line on. Simple. 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi.
Can I get an amen, baby? Hell yeah, brother.
So now that we know the pump was dirty, and that's what was causing all our problems, we could have fixed it for free. We're not going to dwell on that, but I'm going to do the old Walmart ATF special. We're going to fill this filter up with ATF fluid, try to clean this pump out. I should probably do it twice, but I'm only going to do it once for now. I just want to get the juices flowing on this old girl. We drained the radiator a lot, so I want to make sure the radiator's filling up good. I want to make sure we're not leaking anything like crazy, but I mean, you heard it. It's running strong. It's running good. It's running like it's supposed to. So I'm gonna get this filter off, get it drained, get it filled with ATF. All right, she's completely filled with ATF. You might be able to see it around the ring here. I did just a little bit of hand pumping to get the air out. I'll do another cycle here. Shooting out green diesel yet, so she should fire on diesel just like it was. And then we'll see if it sounds any different on that ATF. There you have it. Truck is running good. Next video, we're gonna get it driving. We need to do brakes. We need to get the brake booster line to the vacuum pump figured out. We need to look this thing over, but in the next video, we're gonna have it moving, running, driving. So appreciate you watching. If you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you liked the video. Let me know if you think there's something I could edit different or record different. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.